Hey everyone, this is Samlock24, and today I'm going to show you a Gem-Knight deck. Now, I haven't looked online, I don't know what people are playing. This is what I came up with. I'm pretty sure it's going to be similar to what other people are playing. But let's go ahead and get right into the deck list. Alright, so here's the deck. The deck's actually extremely fun to play, and it gives you so many pluses. It gives you pluses like left and right. Now, there's one thing that I'm running that I don't think... or I don't know if people are running, is the engine with Volcanic Rocket, Volcanic Shell, and the Blaze Accelerator. It's a really good and fun engine to use, and you can basically get rid of any monster with that. And I think it gets the Gem-Knights to that next level because you do run 2 Gem-Knight, Citrin. I'm not sure how you say that, but it requires Pyro monsters, and the volcanic monsters are Pyro. So let's go ahead and get straight into the deck list. I'm running 2 Volcanic Rockets. I would run 3, but I only have the 2, so I'm only running 2. If you have 3, just run the 3 and take out one of the Gem-Knights, I would think. 3 Thunder Dragons, 2 Gem-Knight Emeralds, 3 Volcanic Shells, 2 Gem-Knight Sardonyx, I'm not sure how you say that, and 2 Gem-Knight Garnet, 1 Fusion Recycling Pet, 2 Polymerization, the 1 Blaze Accelerator, and 2 Wall of Disruption. First of all, if I had more copies of this card, I would be running more copies of it, but I only have that 1, so I'm only running that 1. It's a shame that I don't have another copy, and being that it's a super rare. But I didn't open that many packs out of that box. But anyways, I only have a single copy. If you have more copies of it, do run more copies of that. And all you really do need is 1 Polymerization. As I was playing, I wished I had more copies of this, but the deck worked out fine, since you can go ahead and search out use Volcanic Rocket, search out the Accelerator, activate the effect. You have the Shell, destroy a monster, and then just sit there. For the fusion monster, Gem-Knight Prismara, one of them, 1 Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, 1 Gem-Knight Seraphonite, and 2 Gem-Knight Citrin, I'm not sure. Alright, so there it is. I'm running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where are these, 6, 7, 8, 9 Pyro monsters, and 2 of the fusion summons with the Pyro and Gem-Knights, along with the single Thunder and Gem-Knights, and I don't think I'm running any of the Rock ones. Yeah, I'm not running any of the Rock ones. But anyways, this is basically all you really need to run the deck. It's extremely fun. It has a ton of options, and it gets it to where you're always plus. Even if you start first turn, most of the time you're starting out with like, if you get the Thunder Dragons and the Shells and the Rockets, you're basically starting out with a 6-card hand instead of a 4-card deck, even if you do go first. And if you do go second, you start with like 7 cards. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the replays. And these games were in platinum. The first ones were like in gold 5, like the first 2, and then the last 3 were in platinum, I think. Alright, here we go. Playing against Juan Seto Kaibo. And gold 5, there's not that many meta decks. So playing against a 25-card deck, peak performance deck. So basically a beatdown deck. And I do want to go ahead and restart because I do want to start out with the Polymerization or a Rocket. And then I just drew Amazing after that restart. So actually the Thunder Dragons get 2 more. I can go ahead and activate Rocket. Rocket gets me the Accelerator. And there you go, that's 6 cards already on the very first turn. Alright, activate Polymerization. Fusion Summon into the Citrin. Activate Fusion Recycling Plant. Activate the effects, and the Thunder Dragon get another Polymerization. And here I thought I misplayed. I should have sent the Blaze Accelerator so I can go ahead and Fusion Summon into the Thunder Dragon. However, I checked my my Fusion deck list, and I forgot to put the Twin Dragon in this first game. So that's the reason I didn't do the Thunder Dragon. That's why I didn't do the Twin Thunder Dragon, but oh well. Attack with Citron, so he couldn't activate any spell or trap cards, and I can go ahead and get rid of his monster because I didn't know what he was playing. Fusion Recycling playing activates, and I go ahead and I'm able to go ahead and get the Sardonyx, and then he gives up. And every now and then you're able to perform a ton of OTKs with this deck, which is I was expecting it going with a team that has the Seraphonite, and Seraphonite's being played a lot in the TCG lately, and it just tutors a ton of OTKs. Alright, there we go. Again, restart. Want to start out with a rocket or a polymerization, and there's the rocket. Rocket gets Accelerator. Thunder Dragon activates. Thunder Dragon goes ahead and gets 2 more Thunder Dragons, and again we start out with 6 cards. And by the way, I didn't pick every single game. This is just the first 5 games that I played, or the first 4 games that I've played. I can't remember how many replays there is. So there's some losses in here that you'll see here in a bit, and most of them are wins. That recycling plan in this deck is just so good. I need to get another copy at least for this deck, because the deck's really fun, and it just pulls out wins out of nowhere. And this guy, this Citron's lag the effect that they can't really activate anything whenever you attack with it. And here's another reason why the shells are really good on this deck, because you can just go ahead and recycle the Fusion Recycling Plant or activate them for that. I'm going to another Citron instead of the Seraphonite because I can just go ahead and attack and he won't be able to respond. He does preemptively activate the mirror wall. I'd still attack through it because he's at 28. He's going to take 22 damage and he's not going to be able to pay for it. Well, that Recycling Plant gave me 3+1 and then he gives up on his turn. Alright, against Taya, playing against Taya is actually extremely easy, especially if you go second and if they leave an open playing field. Most of the time you can just OTK because of all the cards that you get. And there I restarted because I had too many shells. I didn't want to have them in my hand. But then I restarted to 2 Thunder Dragons, which wasn't that good. But I do have the Fusion Recycling Plant, which is always a plus. And like I said, I do need to get another copy of it at least. Oh, and I'm not running the big the ultra rare guy because he really doesn't do much of anything. I do have a copy of it. But it does require 3 Gem-Knigts, and all he does is copy an effect from the graveyard, and I don't think that's worth the 3 Gem-Knigts that you need to go ahead and summon him. If I was running the trap card, or I think there's a card that lets you fusion out of the graveyard, if I was running that, I would probably run 1 copy of it. But since I'm not running, I don't really have the space for it. I'm not running that level, that ultra rare. Alright, I'm going second. And this thing, I think it's almost exactly the same thing as the previous one, to where she gets OTK'd in the second turn.
Duel.
Alright, Rocket gets the Accelerator. And then I can go ahead and poly. and that's way over game. And here I'm always ditching the accelerator with a plant. I was thinking about adding a second one, but I couldn't find the room for it. Because I mean, it's a free +1, and I always use it as a +1. I don't care if it's the only accelerator, and I can destroy monsters with it every now and then. I just ditch it. And here, playing against a Maximilian Pegasus with Mind Scan, and I think this is an interesting replay, and this is why I think you need recycling plants.
Duel.
Rocket, get the accelerator, and then I set the wall. Most of the time I would set the Blaze Accelerator as a bluff, but he has Mind Scan, so he basically know what's going to be face down. So I do have to set the wall, and he's running Cyber Angels. And he goes ahead and summons the Kini. And the Kini targets my Rocket, and I really can't do anything after this because the Kini goes out to like 35, I think, because of the Datsun, or 37. I do have 12 Disruption because I do want to pay for the shell. But again, the Cyber Rangers just gain so much advantage. I don't think I can come back from this. And I was hoping to get a polymerization, but that polymerization didn't come. And here's where you need that field spell card, that recycling plant. And this Sim of Light with the Datsun just gets him the game. Guess he goes to 35, yeah, and he just attacks over for game. So if you play against a Cyber Ranger, I think it's 50-50. You might be able to go ahead and OTK him in the second turn, but then again, he might just OTK you as well. So again, 50-50 when you play against Cyber Rangers. But the deck's extremely fun. Here it is one more time. 2 Rockets, wish I had a third one. 3 Thunder Dragons, the 2 Emeralds, 3 Volcanic Shells, 2 Gem-Knigts Sardonyx, 2 Gem-Knight Garnets, a Fusion Recycling Plant, 2 Polymerization, 1 Accelerator, and the Wall of Disruption with the Prismara, Gem-Knight Prismara, 1 Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, 1 Gem-Knight Seraphinite, and the 2 Gem-Knights Citrin, I'm not sure how to say that. But I'm using Restart as a skill. I guess that's going to be it for today. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. And if you are enjoying my content, I'll truly appreciate it if you guys subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.